Imagine forgetting how to drive a car, bake a cake, or even forgetting your own spouse's name. Living with dementia or other forms of dementia, such as Alzheimer's disease as the most well known, is a very unfortunate and heartbreaking way to live in one's geriatric years. My name is Reagan Shaw, and I'm very passionate about the elderly. Today I will explain a clear understanding of what dementia is as well as Alzheimer's disease. People tend to misunderstand dementia, but it is actually very simple to explain. By understanding dementia, you will be able to be more aware of the disease around your older relatives or your friends. Dementia is a general term for a decline in mental ability severe enough to disrupt daily life, according to Alzheimer's.org. Dementia is not one specific disease, but it is actually an umbrella term used to describe very many diseases. There are different types of dementia, such as vascular dementia, which affects judgment and inability to complete tasks. Another form of dementia is called dementia with Lewy bodies. That deals with sleeplessness as well as hallucinations, and it is very unfortunate for people who have Lewy bodies because it really affects their daily life because they see things that aren't there and talk to things that inanimate objects and think they're real. And you can notice some early signs of dementia. There's about a list of 10 things that you can notice if you maybe think your loved one has dementia. One of the things is obviously memory loss that disrupts daily living, as stated in the definition. Another thing is challenges in planning or problem solving, difficulty completing familiar tasks, confusion with time or place. For example, it may be dinner time, but they think that it is probably breakfast, time to get up for the day. They may have trouble understanding visual and spatial relationships. Driving is a huge light bulb that people can see if somebody has dementia if they drive pretty close, like if they're just off with driving or even walking down a hallway. They're not used to the spatial relationships between things as they drive. They may also have problems with words or speaking or writing. They may not be able to come up with a certain word they're trying to describe. They may have an inability to retrace their steps if they lost an item in their house. They may have decreased or poor judgment. They will probably withdraw from social activities. And changes in mood and personality are also a huge factor in whether or not a person may be beginning to develop dementia. Alzheimer's affects 5.2 million Americans, which that is estimated according to Alzheimer's.org, but it is a huge number. And it is estimated that 5 million people above the age of 65 have Alzheimer's, and it is also estimated that 200,000 people below the age of 65 also have Alzheimer's. And Alzheimer's can strike at any time, and people as young as 30 have been known to have Alzheimer's. And 1 in 3 seniors, unfortunately, dies of Alzheimer's disease. And it is a scientific thing that happens in the brain. A person who has Alzheimer's disease, their brain tends to get smaller in size. And brain cells are damaged, and that affects memory loss. And the nerve cells, they can't send messages to each other as good as they used to because protein fibers get in the way, and the memory and the cells that deal with memory, they get twisted and tangled, so a message that is trying to be sent through in a healthy brain could just be sent right through. However, a person who has Alzheimer's disease or another form of dementia, those fibers get tangled, and it is very difficult for the thought or the memory to be sent through those fibers, or it may just take a very long time for somebody with dementia to come up with an answer to a question. And with Alzheimer's, plaque forms between those nerve cells, which is just a barrier between cells that are trying to send messages to each other. And Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States, which is very unfortunate because there's so many ways people can die, but Alzheimer's is number 6. And it is important to be aware of the facts about this fatal disease because it is such a prominent disease among the older population. And in conclusion, dementia is a disease that is always, unfortunately, going to end in death. Today I provided a clear understanding of dementia as well as Alzheimer's disease. From understanding what dementia is, to the early signs of the disease and who dementia affects, and what scientifically happens within the brain, we can see that there is a lot to learn about dementia. Thank you for your time.